Conchita.
Why?
Arusi. Umesema you want a fully blended wedding.
A fully blended wedding. Me, my kid, her stepdad, her stepmom, her 2 biological fathers, there.
2 biological fathers?
Or parents. I'm saying science.
You know, we're talking about, blended family comes in different forms. And I found one here. Somebody had posted something quite interesting.
Oh boy, Ken.
To you. Quite interesting.
Huh.
When do nataka Rusi, blended family. I wonder how many stepmothers will be allowed to be in that blended family.
Let me tell you,
the Constitution.
You guys really do underestimate how much some of us. Like I told you, I'm not independent. When it comes to raising kids, we need help. So if it's a community, it is welcome. So me and the stepmother, the stepfather and the biological father, holding this kid down the aisle, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So let me read this out to you. This is an anonymous post from somewhere. I got it from Facebook.
Okay.
It's a very interesting one. So I'm just wondering, mtu akiwa na mtoto from a previous relationship, ameona hizi difficulties zote za kulea mtoi na demand inakuja nazo. And to make things worse, the lady has no income.
Okay.
And fully dependent on the man. Isn't that a wake-up call for one to be extra careful to avoid getting in the same situation? So this guy is saying, I'm dating a single mother, but I regret being here because I thought single mothers make better decisions. And that one of the reason I chose her. Jamaa hataki yeye wasichana wana make 2 decisions. The question is, the question is it that some of these women cannot make a stable decision for themselves, or what happens in between? Maisha ni ngumu, but mtu ako obsessed na watoto na hana income. Is it that when they see a man is silently providing, they take advantage? As frustrated as I am, I asked the lady to use family planning, but some months later, I discovered she intentionally stopped using family planning, and now she's paid. And she has difficulty even raising the other child. But yuko too comfortable with the catchphrase, mtoto anakuja na sahani yake. I don't believe in such because I believe everything must be accounted for in life. She was on family planning when we met until she confessed to me she stopped using it. Conchita, niambie.
Yeah.
Watoto kuja na sahani.
Kwenda kabisa sahani gani?
I understand you are also planning to have another baby.
Okay, first of all, no.
Have you already bought the plates?
No. That is something I keep on telling people.
What do you think of this?
This is the thing. Few things I'll pick up, and this is where I usually tell people. Society has influenced so much on, how people think or perceive things to be. Wacha nikwambie, the number of people says who are hot cake, single mothers of 1. Nakwambia watu ni hot cake mbaya. Niko hapa example. For example, etc. Ama ni EG.
I hear you.
Most people right now, I know for a fact, they have a crush on single mothers because they automatically assume, or they see this individual taking care of their kid, and they assume, oh my goodness, yay, she can also be a mother of my kid and take care of my kid the same way she does. Oh, hell no. There's a reason, and this is the thing I usually tell people. It's not that I cannot give birth to a second child. It's having to deal with another baby daddy, my friends. Najipenda. I'm not trying to do that. You look at the struggles you've gone through with the first kid, and you think, okay, am I capable of taking care of another child? Yes? No? If the answer is yes, and you're absolutely, independent, you have your shit together, go ahead. You can have another kid. But you already have one, and you're already struggling, and you want to bring another kid to the world. Kwa sababu anakuja na sahani yake. My friend, your school fees.
Kids are a blessing.
Kids are a blessing, don't get me wrong. And I love my kid.
And remember.
But let's be realistic.
But
let's be realistic here. Your sahani is your hard work. Kuja hivi, njoi mtoto, njoi sahani. Isi hustler fund, my friend. Hakuna kudial *254 hash. It is a full-time responsibility being a mom or being a parent. It doesn't matter. So two things so another thing I've picked up from that guy. Akisema, oh, nilimwona kwa na mtu nikafikiria kwa responsible. He's also like, let me say, lazy as F. Because you saw this woman taking care of her kid. Uko no eneza nizalia mtoto. Let me take her. She's responsible. Did you look at the background? Did you like ask her what she goes through? Did you look at her financials? You know? Also, do you know like maybe your small help ako nayo, maybe nule baba ule mtu mwingine njo mwenye anamsaidia for her to be able to be there, because the women
in this case of this guy, doesn't look like there's any help coming from anywhere. So she's actually dependent on this one.
So now you can imagine, you knew from day one this is a situation, and you're like, okay, I take you as you are, and now you're complaining. Boy, come on.
No. Let us be fair to this guy.
Let's be realistic.
I get your point. Let's be fair.
Other and than realistic, being realistic. No, we have to be realistic. Because a lot of people raising kids, they're not realistic. They have this delusion like, it's okay. It's fine. Mtoto ta survive. My friend, KPLC kienda. Utaletiwa sahani ya KPLC token.
Kwanza sijui kama
so mbona umepumua
isani ni ile melanine ama the steel one.
Not unless you come from a kina Jeff Bezos kind of family whereby you have a clan. Girl, you can have 20 kids, you can have whatever, you have a support system. But whereby it's you and you know very well, I'm not capable, this is where I am capable of, reaching, there's no point. Like, and that's me from my own personal experiences. And I get people saying, oh no, Sujri, she's not settling. No, I am not settling. You're absolutely correct. But what I'm not going to do is get another guy, because society now thinks like it's high time she gets married, or she has someone. Alafu niende niachwe. Alafu nikuwe na watoto wawili. Then I have to deal with 2 baby daddies. One headache here, another. My friends, gosh, I need to be having savannas over the weekend. Not worrying.
Conchita, let's be fair on this one, because this is a guy writing about a complaint. He's expressing himself that.
I feel like he's useless. Is his complaint? He has a point. Yes,
he has a point.
But he's also part to play to blame for the blame.
How?
Again, Ken, here you are saying...
No, hold on.
Ken,
just hold on.
Assumption.
Hold on, I don't think it's an assumption, because...
I saw she's a single mother. She should be... Okay. I thought they take care. Assumption. Assumption.
Okay, the assumption part of responsibility is overrated. That one I agree.
Okay.
But he also brings a point with the understanding that this lady is not capable of even taking care of the current child. And they even discussed matters of family planning.
Okay,
but then
that was another point. Sorry, I was heated.
This lady,
nilikuwa na kasira saka mepungua.
But now this lady has changed the game, and now she's pregnant. So this guy is also feeling duped. Now it ties into that decision making. Yeah. Well, I don't agree with his assumption at the beginning. But
have you seen something else that has just happened? When this guy has now realized that, holy shit, this one, she's going to have 2 kids, and one of that is going to be my child, and I have to take care of my child and another man's child. Damn. Now reality imeanza kumhit. Yes, alijifanya na kierere kukimbilia single mother.
What are you saying? Are you saying to kimbilia single mothers?
Trust you me, we are amazing women. We are really good. But the thing is, we are very realistic. Because you're seeing me doing something, if you know very well you're not capable of matching the level that I am, don't bring your business to my business. Because you're seeing the way I work hard, I'm doing ABCD with my child, you automatically think this person will also be amazing for my kid. But the thing is, when you bring yourself to that picture, that means it's a blending family. So you also have to contribute. Na mimi ukianza kunieka a girl toto class, my friend.
Well, looked like this guy has been taking care of this lady. Yeah,
that's the thing. From day one.
You
know, the thing is,
but now the frustration is very clear. Mbona huyu dem ameenda kashika ball?
sasa yeye alikuwa anafanya nini na demo yako anataka nini? Si angemwambia tu.
No.
Angemwambia tu. He said yes. He said, I don't want you to get pregnant. But let me tell you one thing.
No, they had agreed. No. They had agreed that the lady would use family planning. Now, the lady has resented. Well, personally, if you ask me, I'm not in favor of family planning methods, especially the pills ones and stuff like that. Generally not, because of the impact it has.
Bruh, some of us had P2 babies. So we know.
P2 emergency thing, that can always fall off the shelf.
Yeah.
But here, family planning kind of a therapy, obviously, there should be some bit of care. So this guy is feeling totally duped that I would have expected better from this lady having had a child before, and she had gone through all those difficulties. Now, why is she making this kind of decisions? Now, it ties into what we were talking about earlier. The sit down, the open conversation.
Thank you.
This clouded judgment of, first of all, she's pretty, she has all the curves and all those things, and all of a sudden, she has a child. One of the things that guys, I think, like about single mothers is that you will not find a single mother, most of them in bars through and through. Most of them. I'm not saying all, but most of them in bars because of, ako nyumbani taking off.
They have to balance. They have their social life, they have their kids' life, they have their own lives.
So it's the first indicator to show that this person is responsible, isn't it? Now,
but having a kid doesn't measure the responsibility of an individual.
Well, it is assumed. It is assumed. Like even guys who are single fathers, their first measure from women is that, you can take care of this child. That's
wangejuana venye mababy mama huko amepiga manduru wamerusha masari text 1 million, my friend.
Exactly. Yeah. So it ties back to that conversational part we are talking about, blending family. You want to blend this family. Again, blending family doesn't really mean that you have to, the other party, or both of you must have a child. You might be coming into a relationship where there's already an existence of a child, like in this particular case.
Ken, to be quite honest, I know a lot of women have kids for the wrong reasons. There are those who have kids thinking that when
Hold up.
What?
Pull up. Last time, we had a guy, you mentioned somebody whose experiment worked.
As a teenager.
Yeah, they were experimenting. Now, this week, you're talking about some women do what?
Women do have kids for the wrong reason.
Really? You can have a child for a wrong reason?
Yes, those women who think, and this is something I've seen, they think like, if I have a child with a well-established mind, my life is going to be sorted forever.
Oh.
Women will think like, this person is career-wise, he has money, he has what? They're like, watch an empathia mtui. My friend. Plot twists.
Character.
There are those women who will have a kid just to keep a guy. They think that if I have a kid, this guy will stay. There are those women who just want to have kids. You tell me. You tell me. That those women who just want to have kids to show the world, yes, I can have kids and I can be able to, But there are those who become mothers under very sad circumstances, There are those whereby it's forced on them. There are those whereby it was not their decision to. And right now, things are changing whereby women don't need to have kids to define the value and all that. But here we are talking about a single guy who saw an amazing single mother and thought, damn. So now when he goes and realizes the realistic of the situation, he's not comfortable. And my goodness, it's not. Again, raising a kid is just not a walk in the park. There's no manual. Now for taking this kid to the medical center, open chapter 10 of this book of life. My friend. It doesn't happen. So now I do understand. Like, Alyssa wanted to make a family plan. Maybe she thought, if I have another kid, then this guy will be able to. But now it's a plot twist. But the thing is, you guys don't need to have kids to be able to be together. Understand? So I blame both of them Because one, the lady knew her capability. Also, you're not capable of taking care of one child. Why would you want to bring another child to the world? And you see, that's the thing that I also usually hate.
Kids are a blessing.
Kids are a blessing,
Conchita,
but
I
let
told
me
you
tell
last
you.
time, try to go to church more often because the Bible tells us go and subdue the world. So you don't want this.
So we're right now 8 billion and we have climate change, and you see one has to bring like more.
Kenya isn't failed up yet.
We're 50 million, my friend, and we're already struggling for hustler funds. King, can we just for once just be realistic and honest with ourselves? Like, trust you me, if I was in a position where I can be able to have as many kids as possible, I will even have like adopted a lot of kids. But I love kids. Everyone knows like I love children. But I had to be realistic. That's why I usually tell people the issue has never been about having another kid or having another whatever. I look at the person that I'm going to be with. If they're going to be a stepfather to my child, they need to be correct. We need to be in the same, alignment in terms of our values, in terms of like our future and thinking for these kids to go into, whether blended or another. That's maybe when I'll be able to like probably, this is a big probably, think about having another child, knowing that I'm in a place whereby with this individual we're okay. But the other thing people forget is you want to have a kid with this person, people die.
Yeah.
You live as if this person is going to live forever. Suppose a collapse too, ama anyongwe, something happens. You become the sole, provider, everything for this child. Those who from day one, they've been, that's been them. But those ones who like depending on this individual. So like, let's say for example, this woman, fully depending on this guy to be able to support her with the kids. Now she's pregnant. God forbid something happens to this guy. He loses his job, or maybe he gets into an accident. He is not able to work or earn a living the same way. Let's look at COVID. A lot of things happened during COVID period. So now you can imagine such kind of situation. I mean, like,
but still,
honestly, angalia portion,
but
balance
Conchita's,
up.
Still, even in a properly set up kind of arrangement or relationship, somebody can die.
Exactly.
Right? But in this particular instance, and you brought out a good point, the entrapment using pregnancy. I mean, it's we're in the 21st century. People used to do that long time, but they're still doing it. From a guy's point of view, I think one of the things we always tend to ask ladies is utanizalia.
I hate that line. Oh my God. Let me tell you, nasikianga hiyo line anaongelanga mtu nikoleka una ibilisi inafanya nini shetani. Forgive me for saying that out loud. Like I hate
Wanze kwenda church.
Tabiri, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Let me tell you, I hate that line because when guys see someone is like, wewe nitakupatia ball wewe. Bruh, who told you I want your child? Maybe it's your friend's child that I want. Shut up. And you see, people think that when you tell women that, they're like, oh my God, antakata nizalisha. There's 9 months of pregnancy. I don't know why people don't become realistic. 9 months. Kwanza ulale na tumbo. Nikulala maside and comfortable on so many things. There is labor. Then apart from that, there's a whole... it's a whole... That's what I'm telling you. Like what people just think,
the last
giving
time
birth...
I was a lady was, I don't know. I wouldn't know. So no matter how much you want to explain to me.
No, I'm telling you, like when guys say these things, they feel things that they're not thinking about. And these are things you think about. And then that's like 2 years of your life. You have to be focused on a little human for them to be able to reach a point whereby you're like, okay, now let me recover. But this line of men telling women, we need to have a baby. Oh, you look like the future mother of my kids. Oh, saa zingine si madem tunasemanga, deep down you're like, you bloody effing maongelejua, my friend. Hata sioni mbegu yangu ikifika kwa nini yako. Relax. I'm being realistic. It's a conversation people need to understand. It's not a turn on. It's not a turn on you telling me.
But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing. The whole purpose...
No, it's good that you're flirting. Like, it's cute.
No.
It's adorable.
No.
Oh, you're like, oh. That's... But
it's part of being romantic, isn't it?
What romance is that? It's a whole bill for the rest of your life until this person is independent, my friend.
Being pregnant isn't romantic?
Bruh.
Forget the 7 months when the nose, the nose kind of, I don't know, goes south and the other part of the nose goes
There's nothing romantic.
walking like a duck.
You know, the thing is,
that one is
like these white people usually be like, oh, look at there, oh, pregnancy is so beautiful. People go take pictures. You've not been told about morning sicknesses. You've not been told about mgongo kuma. You've not been told about the fainting. It's a lot. And pregnancies comes with different complications from different women, different situation. That aside, it's okay. It's cute. Like I said, it's kind of cute. But, tanizalia, nitakupatia mimba utulie. That's the other thing. What is that? My friend, you saw a single mother and you thought you would tame her without really thinking about the repercussions. Your actions, your decisions, now you deal with the consequences.
So are you trying to say, in short, they should stay Taliban?
My friend, some of us are Talibans. But let me tell you, the world taught us to be like this. Don't get me wrong. And I've said this before. I've dated amazing men. Amazing men. And I have beautiful memories with them. But the thing is, when I would do that, it's not that I was looking for a step. My child is not looking for a father. I'm looking for a life partner. Then we can be able to blend our shit.
So in this particular instance that we're talking about and tying into
like I said, it's their consequences. He chose that. So now he deals with it. I'm sure they can be able to figure it out. I'm not always right.
Yeah. I mean, we can only give our opinions and how we see it. But at the end of the day, people have different experiences. I still feel that this guy was duped and
speaking like a man.
One of the missing links.
Speaking like a man. Yeah, akiwa pale akikula vitu akifurahia alikuwa duped.
Nani akulangi vitu na.
Ndio sasa you go there, they're screaming and being happy. And then when the baby comes, it's now an issue. My friend, take care of your seed. Period. Sorry, I was fiery.
From a woman perspective, you are passionate about it. But from a man point of view, this guy, I can only repeat, he feels he was duped. Because these are two adults who sat down and discussed. Oh, we are getting together, blah, blah, blah. Now, how do we protect ourselves based on these hard economic times and situations and whatnot? I've looked at the situation of the lady. She cannot take care of the current child, and they agreed that, take family planning. Sasa huyu dem anatoa so I think from a man point of view, the guy is absolutely right to feel duped. But then what happens after this? And that's what it brings back to the point that we're talking about. If you're going into a blended relationship, it's not only the children that you should be concerned about, but also the other adult that you're going to be with. Because already this guy saw the situation, and now there's another situation at hand that now makes this family now fully blended in a way.
Exactly.
And in this case, this is the incoming child ni mtoto wake. So he becomes a little bit dicey for the both of them to align. Already one party feeling duped and another party might be feeling disappointed. So from what I can say, or rather what I can tell this guy is, this is the right opportunity to open up that conversation and have a very tough discussion with tough decisions. And he has to, unfortunately, will have to man up and take care of his responsibility. That's the only part I agree with you. But
both of them are to blame. That's still my stand.
True. I blame the lady more. Well, I don't want
to.
My
goodness. you time outs for you, man.
Yeah. But I think from the guy's point of view, situations have already changed. Circumstances have now changed. He has to align his mind and apply his mind to this particular situation. To some degree, I agree with the lady's theory that kila mtu kuja na sani yake. True, they do. But what is in that plate? What should be in that plate? That's where the dance starts. And that's the breaking point of every family. Feeding an extra mouth or feeding mouths over a period of time becomes complicated. And I think in the guy's mind, that's what he's looking at. Now, this is going to be costly. All this and this, the antenatal cares and all that. But those are temporal. It's now the feeding. the plate is fine. You
But
can
by the time
come-
you're having another child, you do know what your plate is capable of.
Well, with the plates, you can make choices. You can go to, Gikosh and get some plates. You can get the disposable ones. A lot of guys are using disposable plates these days. Point is, plate is there, but the plate cannot be empty.
It can never be empty.
And on that note,
You have to fill it
they
to the
have
parents.
they have to fill it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah, this one we'll have to agree to disagree.
Thank you.
Everybody carry their own cross. There's no winning with this one.
If this is the first time listening to us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's talk about how single parenthood life is affecting you and share your experiences. Also, don't forget to rate us and review on Apple Podcasts, comment on YouTube, and share on that Spotify link. Find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcast. Our socials are Single Parenthood all across the board. Ciao! See you on the next episode.